After 28 hours, countless TikTok videos, Google searches, Reddit, all that stuff, I finally beat Aground. And now, it's time that we talk about it and whether or not you should buy it. Just a little heads up before the video starts, I am still learning how to do all of this stuff. If you have any tips or anything that you felt I could do better throughout the video, please let me know. And again, as always, my opinion is not more important than you own. If you want to buy this game, do not let me stop you. If there is something that interests you about the game you want to know more about, please feel free to comment. And if there are any ideas that you have I should have going forward, or tips you would have to improve this video, please feel free to let me know, because I am always grateful to take other people's opinions into consideration. So at first, I was going to try to be all official about this review, and I was going to sit here and go section by section about what I want to talk about, but I decided against that, and I would like it if you guys give me your input on what you think would be better and how you think about this review. But I'm just going to go with a rant, and you let me know what you think. I like to start by just reading what Aground's description is. As one of the last human survivors, you find yourself stranded on an uninhabited island with a few other victims of the crash. Can you craft, mine, and build your way to survival? Aground is a mining crafting RPG where there is an overarching goal, story, and reason to craft and build. As you progress, you will meet new NPCs, unlock new technology, and maybe magic too. Will you be able to raise dragons, launch into space? The sky is literally not the limit. Beneath its simple exterior, Aground hides a lot of depth and surprises that will keep you wondering, what's next? Survival is only the beginning. The only way for humanity to have a future is to return to the stars and confront them, but will require a lot of ingenuity and help to recover everything that was lost. And even that might not be enough. So, I just want to start off with saying that description is very accurate. You see, for me, this should be a rant here. Again, let me know if you think it's a bad idea. This was a love and hate relationship with this game. Oh my gosh, my lights are flashing. I loved the game for the most part. Like, I would love playing the game. I loved, mining. Like, I loved the game at first. But then you get into mid to late game, and that's where it kind of fell apart for me, in my opinion. The beginning of the game is casual. Oh, go mine, get some steel bars, we'll build a house, blah, blah, blah. And then you start going to these other islands. And then these other islands, it becomes this huge production. For example, alright, let's say I want to craft a jetpack. Well, a special jetpack. I need to craft a normal jetpack, which takes 3 high-tech parts, I think. Which, to craft high-tech parts, it takes like 5 gold bars, 5 uranium, which is super hard to find in the beginning game, 5 titanium, which is also super hard to find, and like silver. And so to do that, you're spending like 20 to 30 minutes mining to get enough material in order to craft 1 of those high-tech parts, and you need like 3 of those. And then eventually high-tech parts become like a casual thing that you need all the time, so you're constantly having to craft them. Now it becomes easier because you get better tech, and other planets, they're a lot easier to see. But like mid-game especially, you would find yourself traveling between planets trying to figure out what's next. For example, there's 2 main storylines. There's a magic storyline, and then there's a magic storyline, and then there's a tech storyline. I did the complete tech storyline. I had gotten to the end boss before I even realized that there was a science story. I did the tech storyline, completely finished that before I even realized that there was a non-tech storyline. Like, there was this magic storyline, because I had no clue. And like, I did part magic. Like, I spent, I think, 3 hours getting this ship. I've never once used it. It's just sat there. Because this is what I got. This was one of the things I got from the magic thing. So then, and this is one of my big pet peeves about the game, you can't figure out how to do stuff on your own. A lot of the time you gotta go Google it. I had no idea. So I was at the bad guy's base, and there's 3 buildings, but you can't read them. because they're in the aliens language. So you need this thing called a book of translation. I had no idea what that was, and when I was reading this stuff, I'm like, why can I not see what it's saying? Alright, and then eventually, I realized, I found a comment that was like, oh, you need the book of translation. I was like, how do I get that? So I went back down to the magic library, and it wasn't there. Turns out, at night, I had to go visit the witch. She would realize bombs were coming in. Then she freaks out, okay? The witch freaks out, turns into a not sea turtle, not sea snake, seahorse. Turns into a seahorse, okay? Retreats underwater. And then I get tier 2 spell books. With tier 2 spell books, I go to visit this guy called the Forbidden One. And he opens up a portal to the spirit realm. And then in the spirit realm, I do a bunch of quests. And I get the book of translations. Which then opens up a portal to the enemy base. Alright, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Alright, and then on the other hand, this game has some insanely good side quests. Like, I wasn't even meaning to. I went to this planet. I was like, oh, this is an Earth. This one has a comm beacon going off. Let me go check. Oh, look. This is a random guy that's been turned into a werewolf. Why is this guy a werewolf? Oh, turns out a robot went rogue and is now turning everybody that lands on our planet into werewolves to prevent it from becoming a non-biological, like a sanctuary, to prevent it from not becoming a sanctuary. Like, the side quests are great, don't get me wrong. It's just so random at times. At least that's how I feel about it. Like, for example, right now I have a quest for sushi. Don't know why. I never did do it because I'm no clue on how to find half of those. How do I have 300? Oh, I forgot. I left the mining bot here to do whatever you wanted. See, like, for example, the jump ship takes 5 high-tech parts. Did you get 5 high-tech parts? Alright. It takes 3 gold bars, 3 titanium, 3 silicone, and 3 uranium. I think this is deducted because of how far I am in the game. Alright. Like, it's so crazy. You know, and that's just how I feel. That's just exotic matter? How does he? Anyways. And then, like, another huge pet peeve of mine is, like, you don't really understand how some of this stuff works. For example, those bots that I have, I put the farming bot down expecting it to, like, be able to just drop stuff into a chest. But no, it needs a building. I'm not trying to build another whole building for it. So yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of getting distracted here. But gameplay, like, I love, like, there'd be times I would just be sitting here and playing the game. And like, for example, at the beginning game, they did this a lot. Towards the end game, it seems like they were less about cinematics and more about adding as much plot as possible. Like, there was a time at the beginning game, every time you finished a quest, every time you went to bed that night, they would all sit around a campfire and talk to you. And it was so sweet. It was like you're bonding with them. Heck, I'll probably overlap it with a video here. Because I probably have a TikTok about one of them. You know, like, and it was so relaxing. And now it's just kind of like, you never get those scenes anymore. And that's kind of eh. And another thing is, they really don't hold your hand a lot. Some people like that. A lot of the time, like, I was just randomly discovering stuff. For example, so you have these things called medals, okay? I have 74 of them. I haven't completed them. Alright, and for one of these medals, I had to go and beat these things called, like, golem mechs, okay? Now, if you know anything about golem mechs, they're supposed to be, like, big bot. Wait, hold up. I might be able to see. There's hope. The voice over. So I'm trying to see if I can get a cutscene for you guys. So I had no idea who these people were. I was like, what is a golem mech? Like, what the heck? So I was just digging one day, and I found the gateway to, like, this area where there's golem mechs and, like, a bunch of specialty armor that you can only get in this area. If it wasn't for me just randomly digging around, I would have never found it, you know? And in that sense, I kind of don't like that. I kind of like having at least a little bit of guidance on what I should be doing. See, like, look. I had no clue on how to enter here. And look, this is a bunch of earth armor and stuff. I never would have found this. golem key. I don't know what a golem key, what that would do. I would have never found this stuff if it wasn't for me just randomly digging around. Alright. In my opinion, this game is very grindy, which at times would make me super angry. Because I, in my personal opinion, don't like to Google stuff while playing games. But I accepted it for this game because it's not so much cheating the game as what's needed to be done. I think they made this game with the full intention of making a community feeling while playing this game, which is awesome, cool, I love that. But something that you should be aware of is if you are thinking about buying this game, be ready for a game that's extremely grindy. That you do a lot of the same stuff over and over again. Not exactly the same stuff, but you're spending a lot of time just digging to get materials, to use materials to craft stuff. And that seems like a game that you want to do, get it. It's only $15 and it probably goes on sale a lot. I got it for free with Games with Gold. Alright. It's just one of those games where you see, it's seeming like you fall into a loop of just mining, selling, buying, mining, crafting, etc. And for me, that could be a little annoying sometimes. And also sometimes the 2D effects really aren't it for me. But, I mean, for the most part, I chill with this game. I'm happy I played it. I have no regrets that I played it. Honestly, I super enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, maybe check out my halfway through review. Maybe you like that one more. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and please consider subscribing. See you guys.